Welcome back to my series on Transport Beaver 2. I'm about to go a little crazy, guys. All right, hear me out. This is the fourth time I've made this episode. That's right, four times. I I couldn't be more dumber, I swear. The fact that it took four times to work out what was going on um, is kind of crazy. All right, what's happening is I've pushed the game on the PlayStation basically to the limit. I recorded my episode, and at the end, I saved it, and the game crashed. And I was a little upset with that. And I figured, well, that ruined that episode because I nothing had been saved from that episode. So I thought, well, I'll just do it again. So I recorded the episode a second time, and I'm going through a big train upgrade. As you're aware, we learnt a lot from previous episodes on how I should do these gondola trains. And so I go ahead and I do the episode again. And this time I thought I'll play it safe. I'll save along the way. So I saved, a first time and then a second time. And then I got to the end of the episode and I saved the third time and it crashed. And I'm like, okay, not so bad. I've got like two-thirds of an episode there. I'll just go back and record that that extra piece that I just lost. So I quit the game. I loaded back up again. I went and did that one third of the episode, that last piece of the episode. I did it and recorded it again. And I saved the game and I stopped the recording. Well, I didn't like do a new intro or anything. I just led off from what I had been doing previously. But when I put that aside and I'm like, okay, so I've got an episode there, and some things have happened in my real life that has made it difficult in the last 2 weeks to do episodes. That would be my TV has died with a black screen. Every time I try and go into YouTube or Netflix or load up the PlayStation, it just instantly goes black screen. Tried to reset it, no good. No fix to the problem. Now it had done it in the past a couple of times, and I've done a TV reset and it fixed itself up. But this time something's gone wrong, and this is a permanent problem now. Um, and so, like my real life gameplay has changed. I'm now moved to a bedroom where there's a second television, and it's hard to get time to record here. On a positive note, there isn't a dog snoring in the background, so there is a positive here. That the dog isn't a part of the episode anymore, but it's quite difficult to record now. So I thought, well, I've got one in the bag. What I'll do is I'll record a second episode, and then I'll go and edit them both. And I've got sort of a video for this week and a video for next week. Because I haven't been able to play as much, um, I've, I've had difficulty releasing episodes in the last 2 weeks. But I did have a couple stored up, so I was lucky that way. But okay, so I've had the real world problem. So I do another episode, and on on the third record, it does it again. It crashes, and I'm like, I understand. And I was telling you in the episode, like, I think this is what's happening. When I get to the third save, the game crashes. And so I'm showing you in that episode that this happens. And I kind of knew this in the back of my mind, but to be honest, I didn't really think of it. We got a train that is, I've messed up here. I've got a 500-meter train, and it cannot. Oh, damn. Okay. To fix that problem, just short term. Train track. Now I think it's stuck on that line, isn't it? So if we just do that, oh, that is a catenary. We'll tell it we don't want the catenary. The catenary's gone. Now is it going to, yeah, it's going to leave and then it's going to cut back across because I've made this train too long as a 500-meter train. I don't think the platform here probably isn't. Oh, well, it only goes to there, doesn't it? That's the problem. Because there's a secret little... Oh, no, it uses... That's the coal platform on the left. The iron drop platform is this little one here. Okay. Yeah, look, we've switched back. All right. We'll deal with that in a minute. These lines here are not being used. That's why they haven't been upgraded. So maybe I changed the way this runs. Anyway, okay, so real world problem aside, moved into the bedroom to record. Okay. Recorded one episode, realized that it died, had to start all over again. Recorded the same episode again, but lost the last third, so re-recorded that. Then decided to do it again, a second episode, so that I had one that I could edit both of them later. At the end of that one, I was actually explaining to you what was happening, and it died in the recording when I saved. Now, you're all probably saying, yeah, and Sims, you lost the record every single time it did that. And if you've never made content before, that's exactly what happens. If your game crashes while you're recording, it doesn't save the record. It just vanishes into thin air. It disappears. It never saves the record. So in all of these instances, all I have in my recorded save files are little pieces of records that I've done that have no context to them because 2/3 of it's missing. I've just got these small pieces of records that don't make any sense because it's not a full episode that I've recorded. It's just like a little piece that I've recorded at the end or in the middle or whatever, thinking that the other pieces had recorded, I'll be able to stitch them all together in edit. But no, nothing is basically recorded. And so this is the 4th time I'm sitting down to record this episode. It is driving me insane. The main problem with the game is, I think it's the file size. Now, when I saved the game, it's 263 megabytes at the start here. And basically, regardless of what I do, if I do a save immediately, it jumps basically up to 290 megabyte file. If I do like a long game session, I've never seen what the end product is, what the file size is, because I've got a funny feeling now that this has happened a few times. We're hitting like a hard wall at 300. I think if the file size maybe gets to 300, it's crashing. So effectively, in the last couple of episodes, I've explained that I can save it the first time and it jumps to 290. I can save it a second time, sometimes 50-50, it'll actually save. But I've actually had it crash on me at that second save. If I get lucky, and let's say the third save is like a guaranteed crash. Now, if it crashes on me while I'm recording, I lose the record. And I basically lost all of my records in the last 2 days that I've been playing. And we're now at 2004. Most of my train lines, especially my coal and iron lines, have been upgraded with these brown carriages that I'm now using, the brown gondolas, um, coal hoppers, iron hoppers. Um, they're kind of the cars that we have in Australia. In Australia, they're, yeah, all over New South Wales especially, we have these type of cars that are coloured brown. Um, so this platform is 500 meters. Yeah, and it's too long for the other platform. But I wanted to work. This was totally full, and so what I wanted to do was work this iron down. We should have sorted the issue out with our coal, which was down here. Look at that. Oh, it's all empty. Beautiful. So this was totally full, this station as well. And so was Kendall Hub. So this Kendall Hub is very busy and it's got a lot of steel here. It's got a lot of goods. It's got a lot of coal. I think they're the three. Oh, and plastics. Four. That's the four goods that are here. Coal, plastic, steel, and goods. Um, and so we need to work this down. It has a very high capacity, um, 2,600 in storage, and then each platform has like 480, 440. Well, 400 and 400 is a 400-meter platform, isn't it? I think so. So that tells me how long those platforms are, and the the iron line, yeah, to stains. It used to do steel as well, but now it's just an iron line. Yeah, that's 80. That's it drops off at the 80. So I wonder why. I need to look at that again. Why it went short. There's only one of them that's 500. This one's 400. Yeah, I can tell with the 580 capacity. Yeah. So uh, you've missed out on the last three episodes basically, and if it doesn't save, so basically what I've learnt at this point is I actually have to end the record and I need to end the episode and then I need to save it. And if it does actually save, then I can use that episode. If it crashes, at least I've got the episode there. If it crashes, I don't know what good that is to me anyway, because I would have to go and do it again. So I might as well record it again. So it's kind of, you know, 50, like if it crashes, like what good is the record to me anyway? But I've been crashing and I've been losing the records, and I can play. I just have to time it properly about how I do my saves, how I end the recording first, then do the save. If it saves, like I can do two saves usually before it crashes. But I think I'm pushing the game all the way to the limit, guys. And I love the map. I love it a lot. Um, but I'm not sure how much further I can go on it. And with that's the coal train picking up. And with my real life experience of my TV dying, I'm actually thinking of taking a break for a couple of weeks until I replace the telly, and then I'm going to start a new series. Now, if I can sort of sort out a timing arrangement where I can get a regular gameplay in without, because it's a shared space, I have to be conscious of other people using this space. So, yeah. So if If it goes quiet for a couple of weeks, that will be why. It will be that I'm having trouble with time. Oh, we've got a Barbie bus. Are you kidding me? Sims, why did you put a Barbie bus into the? in- I mean, what the hell? What are you doing, Sims? Um, we need a truck stop. Sorry, a truck depot to go and have a look at this. Kendall truck depot is right here. What is this Barbie bus? That just sums up my whole gaming experience lately. My TV dying, doing 3 records and losing all 3 episodes in the trash. Where is it? What is this bus? All right, so because I've lost the episodes, you guys haven't seen any new equipment that's come up recently. This equipment, did this equipment already come up or is it just, yeah, from 2003? So, oh, we got this, we did get the first bus in this series, that plain white at the end of the truck stop episode. Yeah. And then we got this one just recently. And then we got this one today. Um, I don't understand why I have a Barbie bus on my. We're going to buy one, and we're going to put it on this blue line is a bus line here. This is Kendall 5 coming out of this bus stop here. So these are fairly old buses. I have not upgraded these buses for a while. They're not bad buses though. Nothing wrong with them at all. What is this? It's a pink Barbie bus. There you go. Maybe on the PC version of this mod it actually has some sort of Barbie logos on it, but on console you wouldn't be able to do that, would you? Okay, we can live with that. It's not really a Barbie bus, it's just a pink bus. Pink and purple. That's fine. I can live with that. It's a nice bus though. Look at that. Alright, not so bad. I can live with that. Alright, so I am going to wrap up this episode to make sure that I actually get the recording actually done. And I have done a lot of train upgrades. What I haven't done are the city delivery trains like these ones. I've just put a couple more trains on the line. And what I need to do is go and see if I can optimize the lines just a little bit better. I think the signaling is old for maybe 320 meters or 400 meters. Like, let's have a look at this signal here. He's coming up on a signal. Well, that was probably, yeah, and that's good. That's fine. Um, so just getting the trains in and out of this really busy area might need a little bit of work because there are a couple of extra trains on some of these lines to deal with the build-up of goods recently. Let's actually have a look at, let's see how I've done recently because I've been so frustrated. And it's not I don't think it's the game's fault. I mean, I think I've just pushed the game to the limit that my PlayStation can handle. Um, yeah, so we've dealt with all of those problems. We don't have any, oh, there's a big one there. we've dealt with all of the big goods icons, and this one is working its way down. This is the last one that I've done, and it used to be a massive one, and now it is much smaller than what it was. And well, we've got some buildup of oil here, but I think I need to upgrade this oil train to the smaller cars so I can carry more. Yeah, let's do that because I think this is probably maxing out 600. Yeah, it's got 40 spare space. Oh, by the way, in the north here, I have replaced a lot of the ground cargo storage and put actual warehouses down. I found the performance of the game with lag, etc. Um, yeah, I'm just trying to improve my own game experience, and I think that might have been a part of the problem using those when the game gets to this level of. We got two trains on this line, and it's still not good enough. Um, what if we don't need to replace these? We just need to edit them, and it's a 378. Okay, 378. We don't want to move up to these, I don't think. Um, there's not a second engine on it either. All right, let's delete. L1 to remove. Let's remove all of those, and we'll keep the engine. And what was it? 370, 380 is our limit. So we go close, probably too far. We put an engine on, yeah, too far. And then we'll flip it and we'll remove one or remove two. Okay, and now carries 486. Yeah, it's got an extra engine and it's got another 6 cars. So that should deal. Oh, look how big that platform is. Yeah, but how big is the? Well, this is going to the chemical factory, which we changed just recently so that it doesn't deliver plastics up there anymore. Goes through. Oh, I'm talking about stuff that I think I've shared with you, but I actually haven't, have I? I haven't shared any of that with you. The last 3 episodes that I've lost. So if I've been talking in riddles a little bit, and referring to stuff that maybe that hasn't actually happened, that would be why. I'm going a little crazy because I really don't know, I guess, where I'm at the moment with the game. Um, a little frustrated at my own stupidity of not realizing that those episodes were not recording. Um, a little frustrated at the save file issue. I'm guessing it's a save file issue. Uh, the plastics had built up here. We had dealt with the plastics, but not fully. The trains were not making a profit. Um, and so what I did is I had trucks coming back up the highway from Kendall, from Woodham, and they're going up to Bolton. And I've upgraded the trucks as well to B doubles, and they're picking up from this plastics platform. And I I don't know whether any of you guys watched the truck stop episode, but I say it at the end of that episode. If this has helped anyone, I'd be really happy with that. Well, guess what? It helped me. It actually made me look at my own truck stops and go, how could I improve my own truck stop? Like, What if I just brought in a single platform as a detour off the road here and just made it like super long? Forget about going into a second platform. Just make it long enough for, a few trucks to start stacking in here. And enough room for, because when I moved it from the train station, if you remember, it was about, well, it's got a production of 800. 800 plastic is going through this truck stop. So it's 800 plastic going onto one platform. And these are not the Volvos and they're not the MAN trucks. These are the new Scania pack. Well, Scania, tomato. Really nice truck pack. Even better than what we had previously. I know, can you believe it? It does 100 kilometers an hour. They still carry the 64, but it does 100 kilometers an hour. It also has double the load speed of 10 times load speed. So they get in and out of here quite quickly. I don't have them waiting here either. They just, if there's none to pick up, then they don't pick up. And then they drop it off at the goods factory where they are waiting here. So I've learned from that episode, I've learned to make a better truck stop up there, which means I'm going to make a better truck stop here. This truck line is moving a lot of goods. It's picking up planks and goods are going back down to Woodham, and the plastics are coming up to here. So when the train comes in, like it just did, it gets a lot of goods dropped here. So having them stacked, I want to make this platform like the other one, just a single platform, a little bit longer. I mean, I could do that now, but I won't. I will upgrade that. That's a simple fix, just deleting the road and extending the platform. But I have learned from my own truck stop video how to improve, and I think I need to improve this one as well, because these big B doubles are different to your normal trucks. So I think I want to review how this one's working as well. I don't think that one's working as good as, say, something like this one. This one's working a lot better. So I made that one more recently. This one is sort of a bit older, and it's sort of like my old approach, or maybe I wasn't sure what was going to run through here at the time. So I think I could make that one better. Yeah. But if we've got a bit of lag when we move around too quickly, and I think that would be a city's problem. We've got some stone build up there. This is the problem we have over here. Look, this is maxing out. Look at this. Oh, because all of that iron and coal has now come in here, we've got a serious steel problem here. Let's find our steel train. You are a transfer train. I don't think you're keeping up. You're a food train, I'm sure of it. No, you are steel. That's interesting. Steel, oh, because you're trying to not, you don't need to carry fuel, so. Okay, here you are, this one here. We definitely want another one of you, I think. Let's just make a copy of that one. Oh. Oh yeah, and you should come from Fordwich. We can jump to where you are by doing that. Well, the game doesn't like those big jumps, does it? And you're not going to come out yet because there's one here. And there's even a build up on this side as well. Okay. And maybe you could be a 500-meter train. What size are you? Only 17 cars. That's not even 400 meters, is it? Oh yeah, it's 400 meters. They're long cars, and they can only do 100. Those flat cars can only do 100 k's. So I'm taking a speed penalty on these cars, but they can carry anything but the grain and the stones and the food. So your grain, iron, and coal and stone, it can't carry any of those that a gondola can carry, and it also can't carry food, but it carries everything else. And that's why these trains are half and half, because we need fuel on the way back and food on the way from Ford, which we want to carry food, and coming back to Ford, which we want to bring fuel and everything else. It carries everything else, which is why I'm finding it hard to upgrade these trains to anything else but these types of cars that I'm using. Very versatile. Very versatile. Okay, but this map tells me that I've pretty much got everything sorted. The stone there jumps out at me straight away. But that might be just he's about to arrive. Yeah. And you've got, oh, you do have 800 there, or almost. And this train has been upgraded. This is one of the trains that is not brown, it's blue. It's like we have a company called Blue Steel here in Australia, and I just I don't know, I thought I'd try the blue. I might do a steel train in this blue as well, and match the engine up with the cars. Well, we can go a bit longer. How much longer? 2 cars, and you can only carry 600. There's the problem there. So 600 is the problem. All right. I'll have a look at that later, maybe. It's not a big issue at the moment, but I guess with only one train, at 778 the rate, and it needs to be 800. So it's about 22 short every cycle. Yeah, so I'll have a slow build up there of stone over time. But if I put a couple extra cars on it, that might actually fix that problem. And what I really wanted to do after these train upgrades was maybe look at the passenger lines turning electric, because I do have a lot of passengers sitting on a lot of platforms. So that's a visual representation as well. So around these platforms, I think I'm getting a little bit of lag around the cities, but this passenger issue might be a part of that as well. So, we've had this problem for a long time. Ever since the airports went in, I've got a lot of lag around the airports and these train stations, probably because I've got so many passengers moving around and how many planes are moving around as well. And I've got a lot of passengers in here waiting on both lines. Yeah, about 400 on each. So a little bit of a passenger problem. I think I could improve the passenger lines to be electric and have much faster trains. At the moment, we're using the Pacers. Now they could be longer. Could make these trains longer. And then we're using the inner city. These are the inner city and they only carry 124 passengers, but that's not the side of the line that has the issue. No, So these trains are doing okay on the express line. It's this line going to the airport that's a problem. It's almost as if I should build an airport here at Kendal. I should build an airport here at Kendal. Maybe with like a small overhead city train that maybe circles Kendal, that does like a circular train that links into the existing train line here and then would link into the airport, like have an airport link train. That could be a future project that I could finish off the series with, electrifying the passenger lines, totally modernizing them, and yeah, well, I'm sorry that I started this episode off with a whole heap of complaining, um, but it has been frustrating. Okay, so please forgive me. Also, the lack of the slowness of episodes is a part of the TV blowing up. Um, a part of the frustrating records, like I've spent days recording and I had nothing to show for it. The game has advanced significantly in that time. Like I have done, I could spend another maybe half an hour just going around showing you stuff that I've improved around the map. But I just wanted to let you know what was happening. That if I disappeared for a week or two, that's why. My TV problem and game save issues. So I don't even know if this game is going to save, but I'm going to end the recording here. I will show you maybe one last. Let's take you to a quiet part of the map. Let's come down here. Where's my grain train? Here's my grain train. She's a big train, 740. She picks up from 2 farms. I'm going to end it here. I hope you guys have a great day, and hopefully I'll be back within the next week with another episode. And if I get a new TV in the next couple of weeks, I might even start that new series. And maybe if this keeps being frustrating, I'll put this one aside and just enjoy it in my own time. Thanks very much for watching. Have a great week, everyone. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.